off the cuff. But I appreciate your asking.
Yeah, I just want to know how much structure you want here.
No problem. Because if I give too many directions, then I myself go off, and I don't want to do that. Except for the girl Shanti, the other two of our crew have not been with us on this show, so I had to. Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. We are very fortunate to have with us a very special guest today, Janet Oldenbrook, who, funny enough, I have never met before today, but it already feels like I've known her forever. Before I introduce Janet and before she tells us a little bit about herself, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our program today. Today we're going to talk about diabetes-specific stretches that will help alleviate diabetes, stretches that might help relieve diabetes, maybe make it disappear altogether. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a magic wand that does that? But first, before we do that, we need to understand what is it that causes diabetes. Diabetes in itself is a metabolic disorder that's characterized by high blood sugar levels, and if it is unchecked, it could affect the functioning of our eyes, kidneys, our nerves, and heart. Some of the causes include hypertension, cholesterol, high cholesterol levels, obesity, inactivity, stress, and rich foods. Some of the symptoms include excessive hunger and thirst, excessive urination, slow healing, and blurred vision. There is a lot more to it, but we will stay with the basics for today. In yoga stretches, what happens to our body is in times of high stress, first of all, before we get into the yoga stretches, in times of high stress, the body produces excessive glucose, which needs to be rid from the body. It needs to be used up or ejected from the body to protect our system. So insulin is required. Insulin is produced by the pancreas and stored in the liver. It helps the blood cells absorb the sugar from the body for energy, and it also helps get rid of the excessive sugar in the body. So we need to make sure that the pancreas function at optimum level, and that's what we're going to do, a lot of forward folds. Before we go into the actual stretches, I would like to ask Janet. Janet, we're so very happy to have you here today. Tell us, what is it that inspired you or motivated you to join us today?
I've used yoga on and off for my own health and my own well-being for decades. Have always loved just the sense of well-being I get from it. I enjoy, I just enjoy the feeling afterwards, the strength I feel, the flexibility I feel after doing it, and it really grounds me.
Isn't it so empowering, Janet, when you stretch? You feel so strong, you feel you can take on the whole world?
Yes.
Fantastic, and that's exactly what we want our viewers to experience as well. Janet has been kind enough to come here today, and she's been brave enough to help us. She's going to do the demonstration all by herself. I may join her every now and then. And today she is going to be the center of attention. Before we actually go into the stretches, I want our viewers to understand there is always an ailment-specific breath that we should try and practice before stretching. The breath that is very specific to help alleviate diabetes is called Sheetkari. It's a cooling breath, and it's actually, Sheetkari literally means cooling of the teeth. basically all you do, it's a horizontal cooling. So Janet is going to demonstrate, and we're probably going to close in on Janet so you can see how she places the tip of her tongue on the inner ridge of her front teeth, the upper front teeth, and makes a little tube that goes horizontally. Once you do that, and I won't be able to speak at the same time, so Janet is going to be demonstrating. Once you do that, once you make a little tube that is sitting horizontally in your mouth, all you do is exhale softly. Inhale softly. And you will feel a kind of a cooling sensation on the sides of your mouth. You can also try exhaling, but the inhale is what helps you feel and what helps the saliva form a little more. But try exhaling as well. When you exhale, you feel there's a warm breath of air. So let's do the inhale one more time. Place the tip of your tongue on the inner ridge of the upper teeth and make a little tube that curls on the inside of your mouth. It's a tube sitting sideways. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, fill your lungs with air, and then once you've inhaled fully, close your mouth. Release. And you can release through the mouth, which is fine. Try this breath a couple of times every day before you practice your diabetes-specific sequence. Janet, I have just one more question. Are you practicing, how long have you been practicing yoga?
On and off for decades.
For decades? Wow, that's wonderful.
On and off.
Wonderful. I brought a couple of props. I wasn't sure what Janet's level was. I try not to use props, but we have a belt here in case Janet needs to show our viewers how to use some of these props. That would be very helpful. I don't think you yourself would need it, Janet, but I really appreciate that you reminded me about that. So let's get on with that. We have finished our breathing experiment. Let's stand up and go into the ailment-specific, diabetes-specific stretches. Remember, diabetes impacts the upper abdominal region, so we will be doing a lot of forward folds and bends. Downward dog is a very common, very popular stretch, but there'll be a lot of folds that actually help us activate the pancreas, gives us optimum pancreatic function, helps us release all those feel-good juices along with the insulin. Okay. Let's start with Padahasta, hands to feet. Janet, let's do this together because you're fairly seasoned, so I don't need to instruct you. But for our viewers out there, make sure your heels are together, toes are slightly apart. Make sure you tighten your core muscles, which are your pelvic sphincters, your lower abdominal muscles, and your gluteals or your buttock muscles. Hands by your side, palms facing your thighs. If you want to enjoy your stretches, you can try and close your eyes, but just remember, it's always eyes open when you go up, eyes are closed as you go down. Now, if you feel dizzy, you can keep your eyes open all the time. You want to internalize the experience, you can close your eyes. Okay, palms by your side, inhale. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling, fill your lungs with air. Turn your palms in as you take your arms all the way overhead. Look up just a little bit. And now, if you want, you can clasp your palms together, fold from the hip. Keep your back straight. As you exhale, make sure your lower abdomen touches your thigh. Keep exhaling. Viewers at home, exhale loudly so you don't forget that you need to keep exhaling. Now you can go as far as your toes if you like. And I notice that Janet is all the way on the floor. Some of us may be up to a toe, some of you may be at your ankles, and if you're even up to your knees, it doesn't matter where you are, you move with your body. Just make sure your lower abdomen touches your upper thigh. Now hold. Gently bring your arms in front of you. Keep inhaling. You're going to bring your arms back up. Once your arms are up, exhale. Bring your arms down by your side. Keep exhaling. The next posture to activate your pancreas is called Trikonasana or triangle. Janet, actually you're in the right, you're at the right angle. I'm going to go sideways because we need the width. Get your legs about 3 to 4 feet apart. If you're as tall as Janet is, you might want to get it about 4 feet apart. Whatever is safe for you. 3.5, that's good. And for me, I think I should just take 3. Now put your brakes on with your left foot. Bring your toes in, and on your right foot, bring your toes out. Now you're looking to your right. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. And exhale as you bend and you lean over to your right side. Bring your right arm in front of your right ankle. Keep exhaling. Take your left arm up, palms facing forward. Keep exhaling. Hold. And remember, a reminder for our viewers, whenever I say hold, you hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale. Let's come up to shoulder height. Now bring your arms back down. As we exhale, put your brakes on the right foot. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. And this time, actually, I'm going to turn this way. Janet's in a good position. I'm going to go this way. Right foot in, left foot out. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Exhale as you bring your left arm down in front of your left ankle and your right arm goes up. And look up. Make sure you open your upper body. Your right shoulder goes way back. Hold. Inhale. Let's come back up to shoulder height. Bring your toes in. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Remember, for those viewers at home, let's keep our feet apart as we are right now. But for those at home, just remember, move with your body. If your body does not permit you today to go all the way down to your ankles, go wherever you can. Just make the connection. Don't suspend your body halfway. This time, for the next posture, it's called Ugra Asana. Ugra means fierce, and it's a pretty intense forward bend. So you can stretch your legs as far out. Now, I'm not very tall, but I'm still going to attempt to go as far wide as I can, because once I do that, it's easier for me to get my head to the ground. Now, this is called Ugra. So let's go. Inhale. Now make sure you have your brakes on the way Janet has them. Put your toes in. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling. Turn your palms in, go all the way up. Look up. Now you're going to fold from the hip. Keep your back straight. Fold from the hip, keep exhaling. Go all the way, place your palms on the ground between your legs, and if you need to, get your legs out further. Now you have the support of your palms on the floor. Get your legs way out. Keep exhaling. Bring your head down between your hands and hold. If you feel your feet are slipping, just wiggle them closer together. Press with your palms. Inhale. Keep inhaling as you bring your head up at midpoint, up to midpoint, and then wiggle your toes a little closer so it's safe to come up and take your hands off the floor. Now, take your hands off. Inhale, bring your arms in front of you. Keep inhaling. Let's go all the way up. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. And as we do that, we can just wiggle our feet closer together. We've already had some wonderful, wonderful forward bends. This is our time to relax just a little bit, but this also activates the pancreas because we're going to do a little bit of a swing from side to side. Toes, heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by your side. Inhale, bring your palms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way up. This time, clasp your thumbs together. Now, as sometimes I do, if I need to bend my elbows just a little bit, it's okay, but I'm going to try and make the connection with my palms. Janet doesn't need to do that, and she's got her palms together. Now, if some of you have a problem bringing your palms together at all, whether or not you bend your elbows, that's fine. Keep your palms apart a little bit. This is called Ardha Chandra. Ardha Chandra is half moon. There are different postures that are given different names by different schools. We call it Ardha Chandra, and it doesn't matter what it's called. You just want to stretch. Inhale deeply. Exhale as you bend to the right. Look up. Hold. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. Remember, for viewers at home, inhale, come up. For viewers at home, whenever you want to hold a posture, exhale, let's bring our arms down. Whenever you want to hold a posture, for me personally, my countdown is the Gayatri Mantra. It takes about 10 seconds for me to say the 4 lines. For you at home, if you feel that that is not something you want to say, that's fine. You can say a little prayer. You can do something that'll help you time. It's less boring than just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct, Janet? What do you think?
Yes.
Is it nice? It should have some meaning for you.
Boredom.
Yeah. Or you can think of a quotation, from one of the books you read, for something that somebody said. Make sure you time yourself with some meaning. Okay. Now we are in a position where our arms are already down, but we're going to go back up with our arms, and we're going to go into a forward fold called Uttanasana. Uttanasana is called ragdoll. Well, it's not really a ragdoll in the Sanskrit translation. It just means an inversion. And it's a standing forward fold. So let's take our heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling. Keep inhaling. Turn your palms in, go all the way up. This time, clasp your opposite elbows over your head. Very nice. Now, remember, your head and neck should sit comfortably between your shoulders. You're going to fold from the hip as you exhale. Keep exhaling and fold forward. Keep your back straight. Go down as deep as you can. If your head touches the knee, fantastic. Let me take a little peek and see how Janice's doing. Great, lovely. She's going nice and deep. I'm happy where I am today. I just want to make sure that my pancreas have a chance to just float around in my upper abdomen. So I don't want to press myself too much onto my thighs. Inhale, let's come up. Keep your back straight. Exhale, release the arms by your side. Typically, when we go through a flowing sequence from Uttanasana, from the ragdoll, we would go straight. Actually, let's try that. So you have the experience, but when we do the flowing sequence, that's what we would do. So let's try it. Let's go back into ragdoll. Place your palms on the floor. Take the left foot back and then the right foot back. This is called Parvatasana. Parvat is a mountain. I believe this is also called downward dog, right, Janet? Wonderful. Yes. Just look at, I wish I could see you, Janet. You know what? Why do I just wish? Let me watch you. That's beautiful. Very nice. Now, Janet has her body in a wonderful inversion. This actually gives your upper abdominal region a great opportunity to, let your pancreas float about and do their job, produce all your insulin. Janet has got her heels almost to the ground, which is wonderful. Now, if you're probably about half an inch off. If you feel at home that your heels are not going to touch the ground today, there is a little trick we use in yoga. My heels are down to the ground today. Sometimes they're not. And if they're not, what I do is I bring my hands back just a little bit to make sure I make the connection. Now, today we have the luxury of having 4 mats and just 2 of us, so we're going to enjoy this. This is how we're going to keep our heels down. If you need, bring your palms closer. Now let's see where we are. Oh, the next posture is a beautiful transition. We're down in downward dog. Bring your right leg forward between your hands, and your left leg goes down with your toes uncurled. Great. This is called Parsvakona Namaskara, or prayer twist. Bring your torso up and make sure your knee is not too far over your toes, but I do like to dip my hip as much as possible. As long as your knees are not too far, the muscle, I believe there's a muscle association or something which insists that you should be very careful, a sports association. Anyway, they're very cautious about getting your knees too far over your toes. They feel it'll injure us, and I think we should respect that. Now, inhale, raise your left arm. Push your right knee in if you need to, and exhale, bring your left elbow over your right knee. Place your palms together. I have this wonderful rubber band tourniquet, which I'm going to discard. And get your right elbow up, look up to the right. Make sure your toes are flat. They should not be curled in. Inhale, release the prayer posture. Now take your right leg back. Very gracefully, let's bring the left leg forward. And let's try and dip our hip as much as possible. Push your left knee with your left hand. Raise your right arm all the way overhead. Exhale and bring your right elbow over your left knee. Place your left palm over your right palm. Look up to the left. Hold. Inhale. Let's release that posture. After these standing postures, let's sit on our knees. After these standing postures, we're going to go into the seated ones now. Let's sit on our, is this what you call on our heels? I was going to say on our haunches, but this is on our heels. We're going to try the Shashank asana. Shashank is a rabbit or hare. Inhale, take your arms up to your shoulder. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. Clasp your palms together. Now, remember, always when you fold from the hip, you keep exhaling, keep your back straight. Let's fold from the hip, touch our palms to the ground, possibly our forehead to the ground without lifting our butt off the floor. Actually, without lifting our butt off our heels. Place your palms flat on the ground. You can keep trying. Because this involves trying to touch your forehead to the floor, it'll force you to exhale fully. So you can make room for your you can make room for your abdominal muscles to touch your upper thigh. Just feel comfortable. Inhale, let's come up. Let's release the posture and let's go straight into half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendra. Let's untangle our legs and let's come in a seated position. Janet, did I give you a copy of the card, the ailment-specific card?
Yes.
I thought I may have forgotten. There's one with just for diabetes. Well, we'll go with that in the next one, no problem. Let's share this. How's that?
Okay.
So you know what we're going into next.
Yep.
Ardha Matsyendra is half Lord of the Fishes. That is the one. Tuck your left heel under your right groin. Take your right calf with both your hands and place it over your left knee. For those of you watching at home, you may find that Janet and I may be doing this stretch at different levels, which is fine. You do whatever level is comfortable for you. Janet probably will be able to clasp her hands all the way in the back. I'm going to do the best I can. The good thing is both of us are going to do the best we can today. Make sure there's a difference between this posture and the cow face posture. This one, your right foot is flat on the ground. In cow face, you will be taking your foot, both your heels will face back. So here, your right foot is flat on the ground. Use your right hand to push your right knee in. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale and bring your left elbow over your right knee. Take your right arm behind you, and if you're comfortable, try and touch your left knee or take your left hand to your left toe, whatever works for you today. If you want to go deeper into the stretch, the little trick is to bring your foot forward a little bit, turn, torque your body to the right. Hold. Inhale, release your left hand first, and then your right leg, and this time without forgetting to do the other side. Let's very gracefully take the right heel, tuck it under the left butt, take our left foot, place it over on the other side of our right knee, push the left knee in and torque your body to the left. Inhale, raise your right arm. Janet is already in that position.
Sorry.
No problem.
Which arm?
It seemed too easy for you, didn't it? You were wondering why. Inhale, exhale. Take your right elbow over your left knee. Keep exhaling. Now, I tend to bring my foot forward because it helps me bring my knee over. Clasp your right knee with your right hand. Torque your body to the left and breathe. Aren't yoga teachers terrible? We get you into these postures and tell you breathe. We're like dentists. Get all the equipment in your mouth and then say, oh, how's your mother-in-law doing? Inhale. Inhale. Release your right arm. Release your left. Extend your left leg out. We're going to do Marichasana. Keep your right leg folded and bring your right knee up. Your right foot is close to your groin, close to your inner left thigh. Now, if you want to go deeper into this stretch, you may want to, some of you may want to, maybe Janet may not, maybe some of the viewers may not. I prefer to just turn my body just a little bit to the left so I can take my whole upper body forward, or as far as I can. So inhale, take your right arm up, exhale, Bring your body forward. Bring your right arm in front of your right knee. Twine it around your right knee. And then release your left hand. Take it from behind you. Try to clasp your hands together. Now, I know we're not facing the camera. I'm going to try and show the folks. You have a wonderful clasp. We're going to get you over there. Now, maybe the folks can see me, see my hands. So make sure your hands are clasped. Now, if you cannot get hold of your hands, hold on to your t-shirt, or if you need, sometimes you can also use a belt. Janet doesn't need a belt, but on the other side, release. Inhale and release. On the other side, Janet is going to demonstrate how you can use the belt to get the connection. I believe we have another 3 minutes, or possibly 5 minutes. Okay. Now make sure keep your right leg extended. Keep your right leg extended and your left leg folded in. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, keep going forward. Fold over. Twine your left arm behind you. And okay, that's fine. We don't need the belt. You know what? Just so we can show you. You may have to turn, but you don't have much time. Yeah. Just to show folks how to use the belt. That's it. And then Janet is going to wiggle her hands closer and closer. So every day you're going to make a little bit of progress. And that's how you get there eventually. Great. Thank you, Janet. Release. And let's go straight into Janu Sirsha. We have about a couple of minutes left. So let's enjoy it. Keep your leg extended. I think we have the right leg extended. Keep it extended. Your left heel touches your inner right thigh. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height. Go all the way in. Turn your palms in. Exhale, fold from the hip. Inhale, let's come up. Our holding time is reduced just a little bit. Exhale, switch legs, extend the left leg, fold the right foot in, tuck it into the upper left thigh. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Hold. Inhale, let's come up. Straight away, let's extend our right leg out and continue to fold from the hip. Keep exhaling. This is called Paschimottanasana. Paschim is east, but the whole posture is called bird beak. So I leave you to interpret that. Inhale, let's come up. Let's go directly into Mahamudra. Let's sit on our knees. Basically, we're sitting on our knees and our heels. Take our arms behind. Let's take our arms behind us. Clasp our opposite elbows, actually. And you can also go into reverse namaste. We'll do that in the next episode. Exhale, fold from the hip. Inhale, come up. Let's extend our legs all the way in front of us. Exhale and place both your palms to the left. Keep exhaling, dip your forehead to the ground. Keep your legs extended. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, let's come up. While the titles are still rolling, we have some more time to do a few more. That posture was called Supta Namaskara. Let's go in prone position and do Ashtanga Namaskara. Ashtanga Namaskara is the 8-limb salutation. So you place your whole body down. You tuck your toes in, lift your butt off the ground, which means you're going to glide your body off. Keep your chin down. Keep inhaling, just lift your butt off the ground. So you glide your knees closer to your chest. Hold, exhale and release. Let's go into what's called a Mandukasana. Let's come on our knees and hands, knees and elbows. Keep your toes curled in. This is a wonderful resting time for us, so we're going to enjoy this. Manduk is frog. And let's go directly into supine. We're still rolling, so let's go into plow position. Janet, this is all yours. I know you'll be fantastic in this. Let's go into plow. I know you've been waiting for this, my dear. Plow position and then the bridge. Let's keep going while we still have the cameras on. Place your palms under your butt, flat, facing the ground. Inhale, bring your legs up. Use your palms to support your butt. Take your legs all the way overhead. Hold your butt with your hands. Do not move your head. Hold. Inhale, come back down. Keep your neck on the ground. Do not lift your neck. Exhale, go directly. Place your heels close to your butt. When you come down, go directly into bridge. Inhale, bring your butt off the ground. Support your butt with your hands. Hold and release. Wow, I think we're doing good. And then Supta Parivritta. Extend your right leg. Place your right hand over your left knee.